What about the snags?
Good old legal snags. They're here. They're alive and well.
You can't forget those legal snags. That's
Never
for sure.
forget about them.
Don't forget the legal snags. We gotta make sure everything's on the up and up. Everything is legal. Everything is clean, tested.
Yeah, please.
Clean.
Yeah, Skype. I think Skype washed its hands before we started using it.
Using a mask. Are you doing the show with a mask on? That's what I need to know.
Yeah. Last show I did not. This show, I think this upcoming tapings I'm gonna use a mask again.
You got a pretty fly mask. You want to mention that mask real quick?
I got two fly masks actually. I got a sick Pentagon and a sick Phoenix mask from Mask Republic, lucha-masks.com. Provides amazing masks that are literally made out of the same material that you would see any luchador actually wear a mask during a match. They're fantastic. The breathability in these are great. The quality is top notch. And I'm getting a mask. I'm getting some more from Mask Republic this week. They're sending me a package, so definitely going to be wearing a mask during the next set of tapings. I'm probably just going to wear a black mask. I don't want to be distracting because I do show up on camera once in a while, depending on where I'm at.
Floating around in the darkness.
Yeah, lucha-masks.com. Check them out. They're nice. They're my personal sponsors, so they're a sponsor of the BSB show.
Well, that means I need to get one then. If they're a sponsor of the BSB show, then I need a mask. So, Lucha Masks, can you send me one too? Thanks.
I'll have my people talk to their people. My people is me. Their people is them.
All right, pull some strings. I need a nice mask.
I got you.
Right.
I'll see what they send me.
All right, beautiful. But in the meantime, welcome back over to the Backstage Boys Podcast, episode number 69. 69.
Nice.
This Trevor, my co-host,
Basil.
And we are here to talk about a multitude of things. I mean, just keeping busy is the theme of keeping busy in quarantine is the theme of this one here. We're going to talk about just what little is being done, but what is being done just to keep sane in the world of independent professional wrestling during a time of industry shutdown, partial industry shutdown, I should say, and just kind of how we're doing things to combat that. The little work we are getting, that Basil is getting, to actually be on site for shows, things like that. So we'll just break it down, talk about what's hopefully on the agenda for the future. Just kind of shoot the shit. So Basil, let's start with that. You have been doing Impact stuff. You've been going down to Nashville for the Skyway Studio stuff. 2 tapings you've done, right? 2 sets of tapings.
Yeah, I've done 2 sets of tapings. Both were 6 weeks a pop, and then I have Slammiversary and a few more days of tapings after that. I don't know how many weeks we're doing. I'll find that out the week of. So, yeah, man, it's been there's been a huge industry shakeup besides COVID. Like the fact that we're dealing with COVID.
Yeah.
And then we just dealt with this recent speaking out movement that happened, and we're going to talk about this, guys. It's unavoidable. It's affected literally everything from shindies to indies to every single company literally in the world has been affected by this.
Yeah. The world as a whole is affected by it. And it's definitely had its resonance throughout various industries and stuff. Speaking of the world, Basil, I want to mention quickly. We recently found out that we charted at number 48 in the sports charts in the United Arab Emirates, and I wanted to say hello to the listeners of the UAE, man. For a couple of brown guys like us, it's pretty.
We're
humbling.
honored. We're honored.
I'm dying to know though, like what what is it that maybe influxed over there? Because my Impact pod took off in the UAE also in the same round of charting. So like, did the UAE just get a bunch of wrestling streaming services or programming? Like, what happened in pro wrestling in the Middle East? Did you hear anything?
I haven't heard anything new. You're the one who tells me that we're on some new podcast somewhere. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know where this chart where, like, if there's new programming going on, but either way, people are searching for the keywords that we have in our charts and stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you in Dubai and all the surrounding countries of the UAE. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening. I mean, we do talk about TV stuff as well, but the focus is production and independent wrestling. So we hope you are enjoying it. And if you do like it, obviously the independents we work for have streaming services, awondemand.com, iwtv.com, high spots, a lot of stuff we do, is available on all these. So definitely feel free, check those out. You can kind of get a better picture.
Plus.
Impact Plus also, absolutely. Impact Plus. We're all over. I mean, the stuff we're kind of involved in or even indirectly involved in is on these streaming services. So take a look. But yeah, we thank you guys for joining us. But
I even technically have some work on WWE Network.
What do you have?
A few photos, just randomly. DJZ when he did like a back before he has his new character, when they were like getting to know him before, like right when he started, he used some of my photos, and then WWE has some of my photos they paid for. I don't know, they're random, from like random wrestlers and stuff like that. So
I know when DJZ got signed, they used the Ian photo from LaSalle. And I was like, man, there's so many better photos of DJ.
Well,
in terms of venue, because that LaSalle venue looks so shoddy.
What ended up happening, I was at work that day, and I didn't see my email until like 9:00 at night. Mm-hmm. And I was so pissed. I was like, so mad.
I would rather a photo from Logan or Bourbon been shown off.
And this is not a knock at Ian.
Not at all.
And I was just like, man, the amount of stuff that I've been through with DJ over the years, like, we were literally road wives. And I was just like, that was like one that I had to bite my teeth on. I was like, damn it.
I was just looking aesthetically. I'm like, man, for the sake of that article, I'm like, that shitty ceiling in LaSalle. I'm like, dude, could you imagine a shot of him at Bourbon, with the lights? It would look fucking dope, Yeah. But like, they use such a, like, and it's not a shot at Ian. Like, that's what he had at the time, and he got that to him. But it was like, fuck. I know he sent him a couple. I think he even did send him a Bourbon, but it was black and white. They wanted a color one. That was one of his color ones.
I sent them like 10 of them, and they purchased 5 from me. So, I don't know. And then DJ used some photos that I took of him when All Out was the pre-show party for All In, and he was a DJ for that. They used that photo as well. Yeah, so it was good times. But yeah, Impact has been fun. It's been busy. I feel like promo photo wise, I've been putting out the best work I've ever done. Mm-hmm. Ringside, I'm kind of limited to right now outside of the barricade, but I feel like this set of tapings, the photos were better than the last set of tapings because I was able to move towards hard camera, and it makes a huge difference because I have the entrance behind the wrestler, so it's not just black. It's there's more colors. It pops out. I wanted that on purpose. I tried to do that the first time, but this was 2 weeks into coronavirus season, and everybody was like, okay, we really need to stay away from one another. So that was like the only spot I can be at. The last set of tapings, I mean, everybody was like, okay, we're all tested, we're all good. Let's just work. And then we still socially distanced and all that stuff. So, Kevin and I kind of were like tag partners during the whole thing. Yeah. Kevin Martin was running the Sony slow-mo cam, and so me and him were working kind of side by side, trying to help each other get the best angles for whatever we needed, and communicating and keeping track of matches and whatnot. So But yeah, that was good. I got Slammiversary in a few weeks, a few good matches. I don't know what the hell is going on still because of all the changes, to be honest. Um, I mean, we got the Knockouts Gauntlet match for the number one contendership, four-way elimination, four-way dance. Let me really quick. I need to talk about four-way dances versus fatal four-ways.
All right,
Because fatal four ways and triple threat matches are hot fucking garbage. Those
Why?
are the I hate those two matches so much. Because
Why?
what? Because four-way dances and three-way dances are infinitely better. Because
What?
those are elimination. Triple threat and fatal four ways is one fall to a finish. So in a four-way match, you can, or in a three-way dance or a four-way dance, you can see legit alliances that in a triple threat or a fatal four-way, those alliances go out the window immediately when there's a pinfall attempt. And that happens every single time. I would rather see a bunch of people trying to beat each other up with nobody trying to break pinfall attempts unless they're in an actual alliance outside of the match. So like, it was a good example was Mania. There was like a women's elimination title match. Nobody, dude, not even like Sasha and Bailey, who were in a team together, they didn't even break up their own pinfalls. So I was just like, that's kind of refreshing to see. I'm a big fan of elimination matches. It's just probably the old school ECW fan in me that appreciated three-way dances a lot.
Classic.
Yeah. And I think I made a post about it a few weeks ago. I'm like, I hate three-way dance, or I hate triple threat matches. I would prefer to see a three or four-way dance. And then
Did you make a statement? You made a statement about this?
I did. And then it was really nice to see that the World Heavyweight Championship match for Slammiversary is going to be a four-way dance, essentially. It's a four-man elimination match, they're calling it, but real ones know to call it a four-way dance.
And that's going to have a mystery fourth opponent. That's the new thing. We got a lot of stuff change. Obviously, let's segue that into the firings. Speaking out now.
Yeah.
So impact-wise, Elgin, Tessa out.
Elgin, Tessa, yeah. Those, and they were in the title match. And this was not a planned thing because the amount of marketing that was done with all five of them. Tessa was more contract deal stuff with trying to get a working agreement for the title match, more so than speaking out movement. But
people kind of lumped hers in because like a lot of people did assume that hers was related back to her comments in January and her controversy, and people are a lot of people still aren't over that. And people linked it back because it all kind of happened during speaking out, and a lot of people linked it back to, that could be, maybe it's because of that, So there's a lot of assumption that tied into it, which I don't think so either. It was contractual, but it just happened to be the timing. But Elgin definitely was part of speaking out, which is a sad story.
100%.
It sucks, man. I feel like he was on a rebound, a comeback for his career. He got over the other issue, the big lingering one. He just kind of got over that, was on a tear for a year, and this happened. Like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, like, as a wrestler, Elgin is one of the best, in my honest opinion. He has not... Please try to find a bad match. At least a bad one-on-one match that he has had. And you can't find it. That he's had an impact. I really feel like he stepped up his game. He was getting very much into promoting himself.
Yes.
As a wrestler, I feel like all his social media stuff and how he acted outside of the ring caught up to him.
Yeah.
That's just a personal opinion. Elgin, and I'll say this, Elgin has never treated me with any sort of disrespect or has ever treated me bad. Like
same. Yeah, I can't say he's been bad to me, but yeah, obviously he's got some demons and something caught up with him. But man, the timing of it all, after just people really thinking like he was in a good place. It's like, okay, you got past the shit. Let's stay past the shit. I don't know what the fuck exactly further happened. I heard a couple of things, but man, it's just what a shame. What a shame. I mean, his career completely derailed. You went from main event to fired. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and then Joey Ryan. That's
probably the shocker to a lot of people.
Okay, well, we also have Dave Christ, who also had the kind of the past demons.
Yeah.
But the Joey Ryan thing, honest to God, shocked the hell out of me. And I get everybody saying, well, he has a sleazeball character. He does the booplex, the dick flip. I get it. It was a gimmick. And in the case of this is also one of the things that's like, do you want to believe him as a character? Do you want to believe him as a person? It's which side do you pick in the kayfabe spectrum?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people wanted to not believe the character. There were some people who were completely into it. We all know how over it was. And then some people completely against it. And then, but as a person, I can honest to God not even like had an inkling that he was that type of person.
Well, he always acted like he was this righteous guy fighting for the rights of women. But it's always those guys, man, wolf in sheep's clothing, right? You act like you're the pious one, and underneath you're pulling all the bullshit.
Yeah, dude,
that's fucked up.
And that hurt to see because Joey was technically one of my bosses in a technical sense. With bar wrestling, me and his graphic designer, Haban, I provided a lot of photos because I'm Impact's photographer, and they would use a lot of my photos, a lot of my indie photos. We had a working agreement, and it was a very easy agreement that we worked out, and it was good. There's nothing else I can really say besides that it was fine. We always had great communication. Him and I he never blew me off at a show. We would always, we said catering, all that stuff. We hung out when we did Ethan's podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
So when that all happened, I was literally disgusted and gutted. And then I talked to a bunch of Joey's friends.
Yeah.
A lot of people who were really close with him. Absolutely devastated.
And he's disappeared, huh? He's just gone.
He's completely off. Like,
and this is what I keep saying. He just disappeared. He didn't pay for any crime.
What I want is for people like Joey, like, being out of wrestling is not enough.
Exactly. That's the whole movement. My whole thing is, okay, you got him out of wrestling, but if he's a rapist, where's the police aspect of this? Because I was talking to Nate, and I was like, we were talking about this in detail on Sunday. And I was like, Joey Ryan could just go back to being Joseph Meehan and go back and go work at Walgreens tomorrow, and no one will ever know. It's like, I used to be a pro wrestler. He just goes into his normal life, and doesn't pay for this crime. So why doesn't he have to pay for this crime? You know what I'm saying? And he said, Nate was like, "Is that it? God damn, these fireworks are going off." I
hear them. Happy Happy Canada Day.
Canada. Oh, dude, it's right across the street from me.
I hear it a lot.
I want to open my blinds so I can see more of it too. But let me finish this thought, then I'm gonna open my blinds. But like Nate brought up a good point. It's like, is it an injustice because you didn't fix the guy, he didn't pay for the crime, so he could potentially go work at Walgreens and sexually harass somebody there because he got away with it. It's okay. Like he didn't, nothing happened to him. Yeah. And that's the big crime. It's like you need to prosecute this guy because he is viable to do it again. Just because it's out of wrestling doesn't mean he paid for the crime. It didn't fix anything.
No, and like justice actually needs to be done here.
Yeah, keep talking. I want to open my blinds. I want to see some of these fireworks.
Go look at the fireworks really quick, guys.
I just want to open.
We're a very professional podcast here.
Oh yeah, I just want to look. I'll keep talking here.
It's a serious. I want to open my blinds so I can actually see all this. I hate you so much.
And why not? Should keep me up all night. I'll watch these fireworks. But hey, it's the fireworks conspiracy of the United States currently going on. And look, didn't even feel like I was gone. Right back in the headphones, right back in the show. Boom. All right.
Okay. But in general,
yeah,
this speaking out stuff needs to happen sooner. And I'm not talking with just sexual allegations. I'm not talking with rape or anything like that. I'm talking about in general. If you see bad culture, bullying, harassment, someone trying to bury you or whatever, like I'm talking about in life in general. I'm not talking about just wrestling. Say something early. Don't let it manifest, because if you do, it just gets worse if you stay quiet. Like, exactly. And I understand there's a lot of fear with victims to not speak up, but I really hope victims of any sort of sort have the ability to speak up and obtain any proof they have to defend their case so that something can be properly done. Because I never want this to happen. Like wrestling, you know this, wrestling is my vice. Wrestling is my escape from reality. I love it. I'm always in a good mood. Like, I'm very rarely in a bad mood when it comes to wrestling, especially when I'm working. Even when I'm not working, I'm not one of those workers who's like, yeah, I don't care about wrestling. No, I fucking breathe this business. I love it. Like, I want my future to be 100% wrestling if possible.
Full time.
I want it to be full time. Like, that is my dream. But I don't care, just in general in life, if someone's treating you like shit or has done something to you, say something as early as you can.
You gotta say something.
Especially now, say something early. I'm not saying go to social media necessarily. Try to handle it behind the scenes. Try to talk to your boss. Try to talk to a friend. Try to talk to somebody to get advice on what to do. But don't stay quiet, please.
Well, because you can see what happens. This is what you end up with if you stay quiet. This is it. This is the bullshit. We
literally had every company suspend or fire people. And there's certain people like, fuck, Andy Dalton, man.
Yeah, like, he's another one, man.
When I heard what he's done, I had no idea. I didn't know. Like, there's a lot of these people who I'm acquaintances with, I'll say, more so than friends. I mean, we always talked and all that stuff, but I don't know this man's personal life.
No,
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to his family. There's very few people who I talk to. There's very few people who I consider friends in this business who I actually talk to them and their family, like actual friends. And when I see something like abuse happening, that fucking kills me. Because nobody should be abused. Nobody. Physically, mentally, verbally, all that shit is disgusting.
It was physical abuse or mental?
Yeah, it was both. Oh. It was everything.
Wow. Unbelievable, man. That's a guy who, I mean, look, let's not mince words. You read his social media enough, the guy has some, you could tell he's a little off. He's got a little depressions or anxieties or issues. But man, I didn't know he was didn't find out he's a kind of a psycho in terms of like anger and abuse. It's like, damn, dude, that guy was cool. It's like, dude, you never know. You never know about people.
And then we get to the creme de la creme of them all.
Oh man, yeah.
This one sucked. This one fucking kills me.
Yeah, this one sucks.
Because this is someone who I considered a friend.
Yeah.
And David Starr. Like, him and I would talk for hours on end about shit that had nothing to do with wrestling.
Fuck. His thing was... Well, his thing kind of started the whole thing off.
His is the whole start of everything.
Do you know what prompted, like, the girl who reported her, Victoria, I think her name is. She's out there, and I'm not revealing anything that it's not real. She's known. She's been in the circle in the scene for a bit. She's dated wrestlers, things like that. But what prompted her statement to come out? Like, was there, like, like she didn't just decide after many years to just like, okay, I'm gonna post about this now. Like, what was can you pin it to something, or can you trace it to some?
This is it literally was her just wanting to speak out. Literally, it was her wanting to speak out, and then what made it worse was David's response.
Oh, that's what kind of made it worse, because hers could have died out. Yeah,
that he tweet promoted. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
God, so stupid. Why would you promote that tweet? Why?
There were people who had no idea what the fuck wrestling, like indie wrestling Twitter was until they saw his tweet. And that's your first exposure?
I mean, it's a black eye. Indie wrestling is so embarrassed because of all this. I mean, it is such an embarrassing thing. More in the UK, if anything. But the David Starr thing, though, man, this guy... What gets me is it's always the guy who acts like he's the good guy. I'm the good one. I'm the one who's fighting for these women's rights and trying to be nice and do. It's like, motherfucker, you're the exactly what you claim you're speaking out against. And that's what I can't get. Like, don't fake the funk. Fly under the radar, then, man. If you are this sadist, then fly under the radar. Don't try to compensate for it by being the good guy, because you're not. Oh man, I gotta say though, not that I'm a fan of any of this going on, but that girl Victoria who outed him changed her Twitter bio to say "very good at Twitter."
Oh, I saw that, and I was like, that is amazing.
I was like, that was an amazing troll job. I was like, that's why I wanted
David, and then David's ex-wife, or not ex-wife, ex-fiance was like blasting him. She was like, David, get the fuck off my Netflix.
Oh my god.
Because she changed the password and then it sent a verification code to her to her phone saying that the password's going to be changed again. And then she called him out like, stop trying to use my Netflix.
Dude's broke, man. Trying to steal Netflix. Here's what I don't get. Like, what is David Starr was 26, 27 years old. What are the skills? He didn't go to college or anything. What are the skills? What's this guy gonna do? What's this guy gonna do? And it's like, I don't care, but I'm just saying, like, you had a good thing here. Joey Ryan had a good thing
everywhere.
Let's be honest. You had a good thing going, and why? What prompts people to go down this road, to be at this level? Marty Scurll with these underage girls, didn't he? Who made an odd statement and just like, I thought she was 18. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what is with you guys that makes you justify this in your heads? That's my only thing. It's like, dude, I know guys want to be guys. Guys want to get laid, hang out with hot chicks, girls who throw themselves at them as well. Let's not mince words. These guys, we see it at shows. You've seen it a million times. Girls throw themselves at these guys, but
the guys make themselves accessible at the same time.
But my thing is, why risk your career?
I don't And I see it all the time, and
Yeah.
it kills me. Like I said, when I'm at shows, I'm very careful about who I hang out with. I'm very
Mhm.
careful about what I do. Um, and
Because
I'm not
clearly by
saying,
association now you can get lumped in by association is what you're seeing,
oh, dude, like,
company you keep.
man, it was just the thing with David Starr is that, like, I mean, I helped him design tights for his match in Jerusalem, and like he was very pro Palestine, all that stuff, and that's why it hurts because it was more than just wrestling with David, and then the fact that David was doing all this, and then the crazy part is David and Joey's story are so similar. Like,
Very
I'm
similar.
seeing a therapist. I've been going to a therapist. It's like it's cool if you're going to a therapist, but if you're continuing those same habits while you're with said therapist, then what the fuck are you paying for a therapist for?
Yeah.
Like,
What do
is
you
it
think?
just a vent to say it to them because you know they can't say anything because of doctor-patient confidentiality?
Maybe, I guess.
Like, is that where they're venting it off to, and then they're getting it off their conscience so they can do it again?
I fucking probably, man, like most likely. I bet who knows?
Seeing a therapist while you're being a bad person is like a double negative.
It's true. It's like you're doing the crime that you're trying to get help for. It's like, but fuck, dude, that's twisted shit. That's fucking twisted though. Like you're fucked up, man. But these guys, man, they have a very odd way. They have a very, very odd way of like of justifying it as the action's happening. And they did it for who knows how long this shit. Because think about this. All we heard about is the girls who reported it. How many didn't say anything even? I mean, these guys got away with it for a long time. Because that's what justifies the behavior. Oh, I didn't get caught. I didn't get caught. But man, it blows my mind. I just can't get over like why jeopardize your career? You have a good career. It's a great job. It's like you don't have to go to an office every day. You have to just show up and you play fight. You fake fight for a living and get to be an actor and have a blast doing it. And you jeopardize that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, and it's something that Trent and myself and Rob and Nate, we all preach being like, we talk about it all the time. We always have conversations about just in general about being a better person.
Yeah.
Um we 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 all just want good wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We want to present a good show. But we also focus on being a better person at the same time. Like, we actually had a great conversation about, and there was clearly different opinions in this conversation that we had today,
Mm-hmm.
but you wouldn't be able to tell
Right. Exactly.
because it was very
Absolutely.
easy for all of us to come to an agreement on this mask situation. Like, I know what Rob's stance is on it, but it's not too different than mine. And
Yeah.
I was just like, I get it. If you're out exercising and whatnot, yeah, no mask, whatever, because you're not in contact with anybody. But if you're in a store, I don't care what state you're in, just wear a fucking mask. Like, when I'm traveling down to Nashville, I wear a mask in every store I go to. And I'm sometimes the only person wearing a mask. And I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Like, I'm not risking myself because you guys feel like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But like this whole mask situation that's being talked about, and it's just like, and we're hearing it, and these are the same people that, like you said, that preach, oh, I'm better than you, and blah blah blah. And it's like, I know there's stupid shit about this person or that person who's been talking these last few days. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Just
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. That's all you need to do. Shut the fuck up.
Pretty
If you don't
much,
like a
man.
mask, if you don't like wearing a mask, just shut the fuck up and don't wear your mask. You don't need to use your platform that you know that you're abusing to try to influence others to put other people's lives at risks.
Yeah, look, like you said, everybody can have an opinion. You're right. Your God-given right is to have an opinion, no question about it, and do what you want to do. It's fine. My thing is why are people so preachy on social media and just do what you got to do. Just do what you're doing. People making statements, and some of these people aren't dumb. They make these statements because they know that's going to get buzz. I mean, look, consider the fact that today Austin Aries was going on about stuff trending in the U.S. When was the last time Austin Aries was trending?
Not for his wrestling.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Oh wait, the last time he trended in the United States is because he the last time he trended in the United States is because he no-sold John Morrison's Starship Pain and walked up after Bound for Glory because professional.
I don't know what is up with him. He's always been cool with me too, but I just what is your issue in life that you need to constantly instigate? And I get there's instigation for the sake of buzz, because sometimes you cause a little controversy, you get a little buzz, you get people who side with you who don't. I mean, you get your name back out. Austin Aries, for some reason, I just feel like he gets the buzz for the wrong reasons, and I don't think it helps his career. But then again, dude, when wrestling's on, he's consistently booked. There is a market for people like him. I think maybe his decision. I'm going to play to my market, and that's it. He's happy not being on a stage wherever he is, and he knows he has a built-in audience that likes him for what he does. But it's like, my thing is, why do you have to go? Like, it is such bullshit. Every day there's some argument and nonsense. Why do you have to use your platform to just keep stirring bullshit? If it's to get your name out there, mission accomplished. You did it. Low key trended for the first time in I don't know how long because of that. It's a game to some of these people. But my thing is, man, everybody's so on edge right now. Everybody's so fucked up right now over what's going on. It's like, why fuck with people right now? Do it in a meaningful way down the line. Let's get a couple more months of this, and then go fuck with anybody you want. Let people just relax for a little bit. We have not gotten a consistent week of nothing happening. Consider that. You know what I mean? Like, it was Corona, then it was riots, then it was protests, then it was speaking out. It's like there's something happening constantly every week for us to fucking be bombarded with. And it's like, what's next? Let people have a breather, for God's sake. I don't know, man. I don't know. You got pissed off about that. You made a statement about that too. About the Austin Aries thing. And low-key, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just at the very least, wearing a mask will do nothing. At the very least.
Right. I hate it. Don't get me wrong. I hate wearing it.
I work 10-hour days and I wear it.
Yeah, it's like we just have to right now.
It's not the end of the world. Like, yes,
3 months
I get it.
So
I get it. Wearing a mask is hard. It can't breathe. I'm claustrophobic. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's a mask. Stop wearing the cheap disposable masks that are not meant to be actual masks. Like, find a good breathable mask, spend $10-15 and get it and wear those, because that's what I wear. I wear breathable masks. Did my research, found a legitimate place and purchased from them. And it makes wearing a mask for hours on end a lot easier.
It's just we've had a lot of freedom in our lives. It's a couple months. Let's say it goes to 6 months, 8 months out of your entire life. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 months of just to make sure we get past a fucking global issue. Like I said, I hate it, but I understand that it's a responsibility as a member of society. Hey, look, they're just asking me to do this. Fucking do it. What am I going to argue with? No. Then they can be like, no, then don't come in the store. Then no, you can't get this. Like, okay, no, you can't. In my building, I can't go get my mail without a mask. It's stupid, but it is what it is. I have to play ball. That's it. So what the fuck? Why is everybody so fucking difficult? It's just everybody's fucking difficult all the time. Why? Why? Like, what do you gain? I don't know. I love Austin. You know that was Austin's mark. What do you mean so difficult for? Just relax.
It's because it's my God-given right.
That's tough. You know what's gonna happen though? We're recording this on July 1st. Holidays this weekend. It's gonna be a complete goddamn shit show this weekend, and this is where the real beef is gonna happen.
So LA closed down.
Again, they did.
Yeah, they closed down. A bunch of places in California closed down. Arizona apparently shut down tubing because apparently tubing is a huge thing in Arizona, which I didn't know there was water in Arizona. Let's be honest here. For there to be tubing, I didn't know there was any body of water that surrounds Arizona.
No, they got some water though. They got some streams going on.
Yeah, but like they closed like basic shit down. They closed the movie theaters that have not reopened are closed down. Pools are closed. But like Florida, please do something. For the love of God. Fucking I need to see these updated numbers again because it's just I want wrestling back and it won't come back until this is fixed.
That's all it is. Like we just gotta forget wrestling, life, in general, like everyday, day-to-day stuff, the normalcy of it is not gonna return until we beat this thing. And we gotta beat it as a team. And that includes wrestling, that includes everybody. You gotta beat it as a team. It's funny. It was the one time where everybody could have united a little bit, and instead, people turn this into a fucking game. It's like, dude, I get it. Look, you and I debate all the time about this. I talk about the political conspiracy of it. I talk about the numbers being what they are and actually not as bad as they make them out to. But we have lots of discussions about this back and forth.
Just so you guys know, Trent and I disagree on a lot of shit.
We do.
We disagree. It gets heated.
Absolutely, but at the same time,
there's a level of respect,
right? And the idea is, we still understand. It's like we still got to do what's being asked of us as citizens, man. It's a general rule. It's just like, hey, we're asking, hey, don't walk in the middle of the street. It's the same idea. Don't walk in the middle of the street. Don't wear a fucking mask so you don't get sick. It's just how it is, man. So just comply for a little bit, be a good son of a bitch, and just follow some rules, and we'll get through this shit. Because yeah, dude, I'm tired of waiting for things like wrestling to come back, regular life. The quicker we can beat it, the better the quicker we can get that back. So
we've peaked more. Like our peak was April 24th as a country, 35,000. We hit a peak of almost 45,000 a week ago.
Wow.
Of active COVID cases.
Yeah, man, we'll see.
It's insane. We do have, I will say, we do have, out of the 2.74 million confirmed, we have 841,000 recovered. Unfortunately, there's 130,000 deaths in the U.S. alone. We make up more than 1/5 of all the deaths in the world right now, because we have 1/5 of all the cases as well.
The ratio is not. Okay, like any death is bad. I'm saying the ratio of recovery to death recovery obviously is better, but at the same time, it's still out there. The idea is to fucking get past it to a manageable level. So that's the idea, man. I don't know. I want to see this shit end so we can all goddamn get back to living a little bit, get back to crowds at shows. The biggest thing, man. And the wrestling you miss, you miss the interaction with the people. You miss hanging out with the people, man. The fans, the friends. That's the thing I think I miss the most. I miss hanging out with all the guys creating a show. The creative process of an indie wrestling show. It's fun. Working out, show days, fun. That's the thing I miss. Just miss that creative process. But you got to stay busy. You got to keep yourself moving. Keep your mind moving. You've been shooting a little bit, which is great. Every couple weeks you go for the shooting. Things like AAW I'm trying to keep like the history post going on this day in history. posting birthday shot photos, little video clips, adding stuff to on demand. We're working on at least keeping the media library going. I noticed though, Basil, tell me this: a lot of indies though aren't doing a lot of that stuff. They're kind of sitting quiet. You notice that?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that it all comes down to infrastructure and what to do with the company. I mean, we're very fortunate that we have a long history and a very rich history.
Like I was shocked that freelance was as quiet as they've been. Because I was looking at their social, I'm like, yeah, you guys aren't saying it. Like, get out there a little bit, use the photos.
Well, what they've been doing, they've been doing IG live, with wrestlers.
Yeah. I guess I expected, because they got a lot of younger people, more media friendly. I expected more of a media takeover from like all aspects, but I was shocked to see how quiet they've been. They've been kind of just chilling. I thought maybe you'd see a little more original content coming at this point, but like they're quiet. Like and then Steve and Warrior, they kind of go through waves. I just, like I said, I haven't seen as much as I thought. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I felt this was a good time for a lot of independents to catch up on stuff like this. Hey, this is your time, man. Get your libraries, your on-demands updated, get your photo albums cleaned up, get your website done. Like, that's the stuff you want to focus on, man. We still have more time this too.
That's why I post my full albums on my website, so everybody can pull from it.
You guys are hearing it first. If you guys are with any of those promotions listening to this, the photos are there. Take the photos. Clip your video. Your stuff's on IWTV. You got your masters. Clip your videos. Get your content out there, because that's all we have to live on right now is library. It's basically the library is all what you have right now. The best thing is like make your library work for you is my thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do with AAW and whatnot, like, because you got nothing new to fucking talk about.
No.
So yeah, I mean that's just one of my things. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it going on the AAW socials. I'll go through big, just the history posts to help keep things alive, some new stuff here and there. But it is tough. I get it, because people do want something new, and that's why you have to get creative, like Twitch specials, podcasts, new material, release merchandise. One thing that killed AAW, even our own company here, like, we have no new merchandise. Like,
but we got new merch.
Well, yeah, which leads me to we've been segueing really good in this episode, man. This has been one of the smoothest segue episodes ever.
guys, let me tell you everything that goes into planning these episodes.
Exactly.
And that's it. Natural chemistry, brother.
Talk about the merch. Go ahead.
So we got 3 hot new shirts. We got the BSB Backstage Boys logo shirt that you can see on our profile. You can have it on your own sexy body right now.
On your own profile.
On your own profile. On you. You can take pictures with it. You'll look freaking amazing. How many new mates that you'll get with it? Probably not a lot, but that's not the point. Self-confidence is what matters. You do you, boo. You do you. We also have the team card special. That was a previously unreleased design that was that symbolizes mine and Polish Rob's relationship with having an insane amount of gear that we've had to bring a cart to shows to carry everything in.
This started in LaSalle, correct? This was a LaSalle original.
Because LaSalle is a fucking hellhole of a venue, and we needed it.
Right.
And then we got the Beezy logo. We got my watermark that you normally see on photos at indie shows that are now that you can have as a shirt for yourself. So you want to support me, that you like my photos and you want to wear the logo, I would be very flattered if you did. It supports both of us. Just so you know, all these shirts support both myself and Trent. We're not going to do the, well, I sold this shirt and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, team, we're always going to be a team. We are a team. We have a very special design coming soon. We're gonna try to do a rotating fourth at the moment. I got literally shoved back into work so freaking badly.
Yeah.
Have zero free time in my life at the moment. So,
But we'll definitely get a fourth one. I'm thinking we'll start off with the classic next week.
So we got a good design for that one.
That's gonna be a classic. Yeah. So we'll get the next week's shirt. That'll be first, and then we'll go from there once we get next week up. And then yeah, we'll rotate a fourth spot. We'll rotate it. But yeah, definitely guys, get a shirt. We're not looking to get rich off this, obviously, but it's a nice little token of your affection. And they're 20% off from July 1st through the 4th. ProWrestlingTees.com/Backstage Boys. 20% off using the promo code America for the holiday. So yeah, very nice, man. Goes back to what I said. Keeping busy during quarantine. We got T-shirts done. Well, something we talked about forever. I got Total Nonstop Impacts T-shirts done. I got more Hemi T-shirts done and Hemi fucking shower curtains. We got 100 new items in that store. It's like, use the time to get this little shit that you all thought about doing. Just do it now. Like, this is the time to do all that stuff. Little projects like, I wish I opened a website. I wish I fucking learned how to make cheese. Whatever the fuck you want to do. Just go ahead and do it. Like, this is the time to do all that.
And you've been killing it with like all the promoting, like what we do. Like, I do all the recording and uploading, and Trent does all the promotion stuff. He's much better at that than I am, and he's been doing a fantastic job. So when we say we're a team here, we literally are, because there's not one person that does any one thing.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Team effort. We're just trying to make things work.
And then so I want to maybe we can try to get some guests on soon, just to kind of liven things up, because there's not too much wrestling going on that we're involved in, and I can't talk about Impact stuff.
Right, limited to, because little privacy. You got to keep things on the down, because
it's that, and then I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't remember what show goes for what.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to look at the previews or look back at the sheets just to remember what's going on, or else I'll confuse it. It's happened a couple times when I've talked to you. Like, nothing major. I didn't do anything major, but I was just like, oh wait, that didn't air yet? Oh shit. Okay.
Right.
My bad.
But it's also but it's also one of those things where, like, you're also, because you've worked that you have to keep privacy for the sake of the show, the integrity of the show. You can't be spilling everything going on.
Yeah, I'll talk about what went into the show, but I won't talk about storylines or anything. Like, that's not what this is about anyway. It's just to talk about storylines and stuff like that, unless there's something like really dope.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. What do we miss? Talk about anything else?
No, I mean, everything's good. I'm just trying to see, like, I have a lot of friends just doing a lot of dope stuff. Check out Ethan Page's Twitter, or not Twitter, his new Twitch channel. That's been very fun. He's super interactive with everybody. That's kind of been its like own little family. Mouse has started the Big Starch brand, which has been freaking hilarious. It's a play on the Big Baller brand.
That's what that is.
That's what it's the best thing ever. Everyone's talking about shows that they've watched. There's been a lot of binge watching and stuff like that. My friend Jennifer Sturger has a show called Swings and Misses. It's like a sports, not sports comedy podcast that airs every day. So that's a good one to check out.
Sammy's on Twitch now.
Sammy's doing Twitch. Who else is doing? I mean, Impact does Jessica Havoc's gaming Twitch on Mondays. There's so many different things. I'm just trying to keep up.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, look, there's plenty to keep you busy. These are the people who are making the best of this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's perfect examples. Get yourself on Twitch. Get yourself on these medias. Design, merge. Stay busy. Fuck. Stay busy. There's plenty to do out there to get your brand. I said this on the last show too, Basil. It shocks me that people aren't scouring you and Ian and Watson and Mouse's like websites for their photos. I should be seeing fucking pictures posted by wrestlers every damn day at this point. Because like all that material, and not to mention other photographers too, all that material for these people on photographer sites, like you guys have enough to keep a post out there every day of sharing your media.
Yeah.
It's like, what else are you doing?
Like,
what the fuck else are you doing?
I've changed my focus a lot to Twitter, just because just to be more interactive with people than Instagram during this time. I've been posting on both, but just trying to be interactive with everybody. I mean, this is a great time to just get to know one of each other, because we've all kind of slowed down a little bit. Maybe somebody you haven't talked to as much, reach out to them or try to do something. I mean, there's so much technology we have, especially with FaceTime and video chats and Zoom and all this stuff or whatever. Like, there's a lot of positive stuff that you guys can do. And there's a few friends that I've had during this, including yourself, that I would not have been able to get through this quarantine if I didn't do that. Like, I think we made the best that we could during this, and I think that kept us from going insane.
Mm-hmm. And we know it's not over.
No,
clearly, and that's
far from over.
But that's what I want to keep encouraging, guys. Share your pictures, your material. Put that fucking shit out every day. There should be no excuse that some clips or something isn't getting shared, man. Pro wrestling, like companies, promotions who listen to this, collaborate, get your teams together. And this goes for my team too at AEW. Like, I get it. You know, there's a little lack of motivation because there's no shows. I get it. But at the same time, I'm the one I'm keeping shit busy. Collaborate with the team. Say, hey, you do this, you just blitz it. It's an open market right now. Take a hint from the big three, you know, how they do it. You know, Impact, WWE, AEW, they're out there, man. They're out there. And I get that they have shows, but they're also posting a lot of historic shit too. And not so much AEW because they're newer.
You know, AEW has been posting stuff from last year.
Yeah, there you go.
They started their history posts.
Do it.
They're doing it right. Impact has been doing a lot of throwback stuff.
Impact has a great theme where they do their throwback, their Impact Plus plug, their current material, their daily material.
I mean, WWE has material more than any of us can ever watch.
70 years material. Yeah, they got everything. Take a hint. Study these guys. Impact. I look at Impact. I go, one guy is doing most of that. One guy, and I get it's his full-time job and he has resources, but one guy is keeping that social media as awesome as it is. It's doable, man. It's very doable.
There's a lot of people behind the scenes who are in the main companies who are really trying their best to help everybody with the situation to try to keep them occupied. It's not easy at all.
No.
So don't shit on them for trying. If there's mistakes that are made, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But just appreciate that a lot of people are putting their lives at risk for the entertainment of everybody. So
yeah, tough call right now, man. Tough call.
It is what it is, but I think it's a good way to end today's cast on.
All right, good call. All right, well, let's get the plugs in here, guys. Go ahead and Basil, where can people find you? Those photos we talked about, where can wrestlers pull those pictures from, etc., etc.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, 2 E's, 4 Z's, and a Y. You can find all my pictures at basilmahmood.com, BASILMAHMUD.com. And where could they find you, Trent?
Best for me, guys, support the band, hemimusic.com, Hemi Music on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. At hemimusic.com, there's a ton of new merch. Literally, 187 new items in the merchandise store. We went crazy during quarantine. I'm talking clocks. I'm talking koozies, shower curtains, pillows, leggings, face masks. Get your face masks with our album art on them. Get all that. Whitemusic.com. Best way to support me, man. It's really like support the independents right now. But you can also support this show. ProWrestlingTees.com/Backstage Boys. Get yourself a t-shirt, 20% off between now and July 1st through July 4th. Also, don't forget the Backstage Boys podcast is available wherever podcasts are found. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, you name it, we're on it. YouTube drops early. YouTube always drops early. It's going to be on about 6 hours before the audio feed. So if you're a YouTube listener, which we have a good number of YouTube guys. So to you YouTube people, thank you very much. You guys get a little bonus. You get the show a little early. But go ahead and subscribe to the Backstage Boys on YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe on all those platforms, guys. We appreciate it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, also the Backstage Boys. On Facebook, it is under the BSB Show. On Twitter, it's the BSB Show. But on Instagram, it's, what is it, Basil? The Backstage Boys Pod, I think.
Backstage Boys Pod. And then also ProWrestlingTees.com/Backstage
Boys. Yep.
Backstage Boys. To check out those t-shirts, there is a sale right now, 20% off on PWTs. So pick up one of our shirts. I mean,
I know you zoned out because I did the whole PWTs plug.
Yeah, I probably did zone out. I'm tired.
You did.
I was like, right now.
I did the PWTs plug.
I apologize, but 20% off, guys. Yeah, 20% off.
Yeah, that's right, guys.
Our shirts are nice.
They are nice. They're PWTs. You can get they got like every size. Soft style, women's cut, all that stuff, man. Any style
shirt you want. You can get long sleeve. You can get soft style. You can get a tank top. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Pretty good. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. So, but yeah, get those guys. Have support the show. Support the independents on Independence Day weekend. How about that? That was a good time. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We appreciate you guys listening. Thank you again to everybody in the UAE. Again, very humbled by that. So if you're listening out there. Tweet us at the BSB Show. Let us know where you're from, what you like, what you want us to talk more about. We're charting on iTunes. Like, blows my mind. So enough of you guys are listening. So we definitely want to hear your feedback. So, all right, guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Wear your masks. Enjoy. Blow off some fireworks. Eat some good food. And we will talk to you probably next week. Right, Basil?
Yep. Bye.
Right. See you later.